That was Riding Home with the Reader. We are live off the floor at Conquerall Music for the Conquerall Mills Music Show on 88.7 Cove FM and online at covefm.com. This evening, I am featuring Eric Skinner, Nick Lowe, and Thomas Wells as the band Wake Rider.
Started, but I'd like it to continue along. Wanna see the sunlight into my eyes when I'm with you, girl. Saw this to be someone. I heard you're having butter. Wanna see the light, yeah. Two and two. So many nights outside, my dear. Well, I want to sleep to me all the way back home where you were. Heard yourself in all the saving all the someone telling me to rock you. Break it down. Someone I heard you walking all along. Wanna tell you something. One more time. Telling me there's someone. Wanna be that someone. Wanna be the only one for you. Thank you.
That sounded great, guys.
Thank you.
So welcome, Eric, Nick, and Thomas to the Conquerall Mills Music Show. What was the name of that song, Eric?
That song is called A Summer's Dream.
Midsummer's Dream. And so I guess you're in here tonight performing as Wake Rider. Can you tell me a little bit about how did you come up with the name for the band?
Well, one day we all wanted to go swimming, me, Thomas, and Nick, and a couple of our lady friends, and we went to Valley Village to find some bathing suits because we didn't have any bathing suits.
So we walk in the store, it's all like dirty and whatever, but we found this nice T-shirt. Thomas actually found it. It said Wake Rider on the shirt. We loved it. That's what our band was called, and we just kind of formed from that word right there.
So Value Village gets a little bit of credit for the name of your band.
That's
is
right.
What you're
That's
saying.
right. Shout out to Value
and
Village.
the makers of the Wake Rider shirt.
That's right.
And how did you guys form as a band? How did Wake Rider form?
Well, I dropped out of university after studying music for a little while, and Thomas was always a good friend of mine since elementary school, so we've been jamming for a while. And when I dropped out, still wanted to make some music, so my good friend Nick Lowe here, we just kind of started jamming together, and we've been jamming ever since.
And where did you guys form?
Right in my basement in Hammond's Plains.
Oh, nice.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to turn things back over to you. What are you going to play for us next?
The next song is called In the City Again. It's from when we went to Montreal one time, and we love it there. So that's the next song.
Awesome. This is In the City Again.
I don't think that I could feel like this again. We drove over 1,000 miles. We knew this could be trouble, yeah we did. But having fun all the while. I'm in the city again, downtown Montreal. Feel the city groove, I think I gotta move. I'm in the city again, downtown Montreal. Feel the city groove, I think I gotta move. Lights lined the bridge as we drove. The jazz made us all smile. Pokemon Square and people everywhere. There was excitement in the air. I'm in the city again, downtown Montreal. Feel the city groove, I think I gotta move. I'm in the city again, downtown Montreal. Feel the city groove, that's what I gotta do. Thank you.
And what did you say? It's I'm in the city again or in the city again?
Just in the city again.
In the city again. And just out of curiosity, what was it that had led you to Montreal that then led to the writing of that song?
Well, we were going to Osheaga, the music festival there, and with all our friends. So naturally, we had to write a song about it. It's a road trip. Come on.
Of course, so many good road trip songs. And in listening to your music, I hear a lot of different sort of styles manifesting themselves, and I don't want to, say which ones that I hear, but it seems to be a little mix of everything. What would be your roots and influences, would you say?
Oh gosh, I mean, everything's an influence, right? When you listen to music, but I think our biggest sound influence would probably be Mac DeMarco or Home Shake. Any of those kind of guys, like the lo-fi kind of style. So we kind of like that. Yeah.
Cool. Well, in the interest of keeping the music rolling along, I know you've got lots of tunes for us this evening. What are you going to play for us next?
The next song is called Dance With Me.
And can you maybe provide us with a little bit of backstory on this one?
Yeah, basically, one night we were all drinking down at my friend's house, go downtown, go to a club, and obviously my lady's not with me, so I want her to come down and dance with me, and that's kind of where the song came from. So.
This is Dance With Me by Wave Rider.
Everyone around here I see, something obviously happened to me. On the phone, I wish you were here. On the phone, I wish you were here. I won't dance with someone other than you. I just want your body close to mine. I can settle you're the only one, and I want to be alone tonight. No one will dance with, no one will dance with me. Come on, dance, dance with me, girl. The crowd is full and I can't move. Look around, there is nothing new. I'm always out and you never choose to come to. So many personalities, so many people I could meet, yeah. But I wish you were here. I wish you were here. No one will dance with, no one will dance with me. Come on, dance, dance with me, girl.
And that was Dance With Me by Wake Rider. Before we went into that, I called you Wave Rider, which I'm sure you probably get a lot, in my sincere apologies.
I was so mad. Oh my gosh.
I'm done. We're leaving the show, Stefan. So you guys, you've got some material already recorded. Can you tell me a little bit about your first EP?
The first EP was really just me and Thomas when I dropped out of university. And it's just kind of about, living life, dropped out, living at the parents' house, and getting your own shoes back on, so to speak.
I would not be familiar with what that's like whatsoever.
Sorry, yeah. I guess that's just me. Sorry. Yeah.
And what was the recording process like for that, considering it would be your first EP? I don't know. Did you have experience in recording beforehand, or how did that come about?
We've had a couple bands in the past where we've recorded some stuff on like a laptop using like Audacity or something like that.
Yep.
And this time around, we used a drum machine from a little cheap guitar pedal that I had and just sat in the basement and played it live, and that's how we rolled with it. So it was pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So we've got time for one more song before we hit our first break. Can you tell me what you're going to play for us next?
The next song is called Hot or Cold, and it's about whether, before I met my lady, if she loved me or not. So that's what it's about.
at the time, it's getting late. One more drink while I wait, 'cause she needs my love tonight, 'cause she needs myself by her side tonight. Sometimes I don't know if it's hot or cold, and there seems to be someone that's right for me. Look at the day, it's gone to waste, and there's nothing left to say, 'cause I need someone tonight, 'cause I need someone by my side tonight. Sometimes I don't know if it's hot or cold, and there seems to be someone that's right for me, for me. For me.
And that was Hot or Cold by my guest tonight, Wake Rider. We are going to take a short break on the Conquerall Mills Music Show. Please stay tuned for more from Wake Rider after these messages. And we are back live off the floor for the Conquerall Mills Music Show on 88.7 Cove FM with my guest tonight, Wake Rider. Let's give him another round of applause. So before the break, we were talking about your first EP, which was self-titled Wake Rider, correct?
Wake Rider EP, yes.
And you recently just completed another EP. Can you tell us the name and a little bit about that?
It's called Tell Her, and it's kind of about meeting my girlfriend, just meeting people in general. I guess that one's about. So tell her, tell people, that we're a great band. That's what it's all about.
And when did you guys record that?
That was about a year ago, last summer, I think it was. And yeah.
Cool. And can you tell me a little bit about the recording process for that one? Because you said the first one you kind of did with your laptop and Audacity, sort of in the basement. Did you scale up for this one, or same sort of thing, but just maybe a little bit more put into it?
Honestly, very similar. We just added live drums to this one, so we kind of used a couple different SM58s, which is not the best mics to record with, but it sounded great when we recorded it, so we kind of kept with that. So we got rid of the drum machine, added the real drums, still the same kind of live off the floor sort of recording process. So
approach to it. And do you guys wind up layering stuff after you get your bed tracks in, or is it pretty much once you run it with the three of you in the room, that's it?
With the three of us in the room, we kind of run it like that, and then we can add some, like maybe a guitar solo or maybe a synth solo on top of it. But normally it's just right off the floor. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So the next song you are going to play for us is called High School. I can take a stab at what this song means or what the meaning behind it is.
What do you think?
I'm thinking something about elementary school comes to mind. No.
No.
What did
That's
you write
close,
this
that's
song
close,
about?
about 12 years in the difference. No, this one's just about meeting someone that you love in high school and how different it would be back then versus now, kind of thing. So the difference adolescence is basically.
Cool. Well, let's hear it, guys. This is High School by Wake Rider.
What if I knew you back in high school? We would run down the halls and make out. There is a place I know where we both should go till it gets dark and the streetlight will take us home. Right now I don't know where or which way to go. I've waited for so long, but I think now I know. What if we had met? What might have been? Look at all the memories, all the things that I forget. I was the one who told you I can't forget about this yet. Right now I don't know where or which way to go. I've waited for so long, but I think now I know. Now I know.
And that was High School by my guest tonight, Wake Rider. So we've discussed your first EP, your second EP, and I hear through the rumor mill, and by the rumor mill, I mean Eric kind of dropped a hint that you guys are maybe looking at, or have you guys started working on a full length, or are you planning to start working on a full length?
We've actually just finished recording it the other day, and we released it today. You can actually check it out on Bandcamp. So if you guys want to check it out after the show, or even if you guys are listening to the radio station, go to wakerider.bandcamp.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can view it all right there. So yeah, just released. It's pretty cool.
What is the name of that album?
That album is called, I think it's just a self-titled album. This is our first full-length LP where we've made 2 EPs before. So it's a 10 list.
Oh,
album,
okay.
yeah.
So Wake Rider, the full-length album.
That's right, yeah.
Oh. And for this one, same sort of process as the previous 2 EPs, or how did this one sort of move along?
Very similar. It's just kind of getting progressively more and more intricate, I guess I would say. We kind of started with the drums to a click track, live drums, not the drum machine anymore.
Yes.
Added guitar, added bass, added some vocals as well with some compression and that kind of thing added to it. So it's a little bit, getting a bit more difficult to do. So
You guys are starting to really sink your teeth into the recording process, having done 2 EPs prior, you probably look
Yeah.
at things that you can improve
Oh,
and build
absolutely.
upon
Oh,
for
yeah,
each time.
yeah.
And how long did it take you approximately to record that?
I would say we started recording in like February, so a couple months. February till what's now April, June. Oh my gosh, it's June now. So yeah, a couple months anyways. So it's been like weekends kind of thing, weekends or every Wednesday nights when we record. So it's not like we've been doing it for a whole week or anything straight. So
And I'm assuming doing it over the winter was probably a little bit easier in some ways because you're not having to go out and play as many shows, maybe, and you got some downtime with the weather being kind of crummy. And
yeah, exactly. And we're not sweating when we're recording because it gets pretty intense in there. So it's good when you're a little colder. So yeah,
kind of keep everyone on an even keel, eh?
that's right.
All right. Well, what are you going to play for us next, guys?
This next song is called "Catch a Wave." It's about going to the beach and catching a wave.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was kind of just a short song that we made just to kind of, have a good time with, get a beer, sit on the beach, relax.
The sort of like the little intermission song or something like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Do any of you guys surf or do anything like that?
Honestly, no. We don't surf. We don't like swimming either that much, but we want to. We want to. So any swimming instructors out there, hit us up. We'll go swimming.
The closest you can get to catching a wave is musically speaking.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot of your songs, you're drawing on a lot of different experiences and sort of times in your life, it seems. Can you tell me a little bit about your songwriting process collectively as a group? Who writes the songs? Do you divvy up duties in terms of someone does lyrics and music, or does one person do that? How does that process work?
I kind of just start with a riff in my basement, after working a whole day, and then I just kind of noodle around on my guitar, get a riff such as the one I just played, like that kind of one. And bring it to the table with the guys, see what they think. Thomas adds an amazing bass line to it, and it sounds great. Nick gets on the drums, lays a nice beat down, and it just kind of goes from there. The lyrics kind of happen on my phone. So throughout the day, I'll think of something, I'll write it in the notes on my phone, and at the end of the day, when I'm writing that riff, I kind of put them towards the notes that I've wrote on my phone. So that's how we normally write our songs, yeah.
So basically what you're saying is you start with the music first, and then the lyrical content is sort of added in afterwards, but in a way created at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And we try to mimic what it is. So if the song sounds kind of sad, we'll use some sad lyrics. If it's happy, we'll kind of use that. So it depends how the mood and the lyrics. So yeah.
In terms of your lyric writing, where do you draw that inspiration from? Like what music or what songwriter inspires you and has sort of influenced your style as a songwriter?
I've listened to a lot of Fleet Foxes recently. Really great band. And the vocalist there, Robin Pecknold, he's been a pretty big inspiration for me for lyrics. He's kind of written a lot of melancholy stuff, some deeper things, and that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from for writing lyrics to songs. So, yeah.
Killer.
Yeah.
Let's get another song going. What are you going to play for us next?
The next song is called Staring at the Sun.
Hey, you guys, why are you waiting for the world to end? Everyone else keeps staring at the sun. I try to do everywhere. Hard to get back into this when I'm not prepared. Everyone else keeps staring at the sun. Work all day and I practice when I get home. So tired and swollen on the microphone.
And that was Staring at the Sun by Wake Rider. What was that song about?
That's one's about dropping out of school, basically. So I dropped out of school, going home from work, practicing to go back into school now because I'm returning in September. So it's really about coming home, practicing, and get my head in the sun. So keep my head up.
I thought it was about maybe viewing a solar eclipse or something like that.
It
So
could be
I'm glad I
something, yeah.
asked you and got you to tell me instead of making that assumption. It's like the whole high school song thing all over again.
Yeah. That's all right.
So you write your songs, you do the lyrics, you have the melody, you bring it to the band, and you guys start working on turning that into a full completed song. Is that somewhat of a democratic process? Does everyone get to weigh in on, arrangement, and, do you ever edit lines and change things once you get going, or is it the way you write it is the way it's going to be played?
There's so much room for improvement on everything that we write. So if I write a little riff, Thomas is like, man, that sucks. I'm like, okay, let's change it. So we kind of change it. Nick wants to add like a lyric or something. It depends on what we all want. So it's a whole group effort. It's not just me that's making the songs. It's a whole band team. So
killer. Well, that's nice that you guys can all work together and you all contribute something to the songwriting process, which is sometimes you see people who are very closely guarded in terms of what they're willing to let other people do to their music. So.
Yeah, totally. No, this is our music. It's not like my music. It's a collaborative effort. So
I don't see any stares of resentment or you guys like giving each other the finger or throwing stuff at each other. So you must get along pretty well, which is key. We've got time for one more song before we hit our last break. What are you going to play for us next?
This next one is called Compassion Fatigue.
Compassion Fatigue. Ooh, I like that title. Yeah. Can you give us a little bit of insight into this one?
Absolutely. So it's about falling in and falling out of love. So it's about getting tired, and I guess just love is a tough thing. So that's kind of what this song is about.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're not. This is what you wanted, someone to pity you. If you trip again don't fall. Every time things seem fine, but they're not alright. Then I find peace of mind, but you're not around. I didn't want you to know. I didn't want you anymore. When you're fired, you can't live among the balls and burning stars. Think you're fire, but you're not. I lost my mind. It's not the first time. And you took me from my head. Every time things seem fine, but we're not alright. Then I find peace of mind, but you're not around. I didn't want you to know. I didn't want you anymore. No one understands where I am coming from. This is more than I can comprehend. What was said, and I have to show you how to lie and how to live your life. You're empathetic, aesthetic isn't the problem yet.
Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, no worries.
We are going to take our last break on the Conquerall Mills Music Show, but we will be back with more from Wake Rider after these messages. And we are back on the Conquerall Mills Music Show tonight with my guests, Wake Rider.
destruction. It's starting now. 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 It's starting now.
And that was Starting Now by my guest tonight, Wake Rider. What was that song about, Eric?
That one's about going back to school, going back to university, and starting a career path for myself. So that's what it's about, yeah.
So sort of redemption for the couple songs that were about dropping out of school. Now
Pretty
this
much
is about going
yeah,
back to school.
This one's got a positive spin on it, so it's good to go.
And I'm wondering what are your aspirations for music and your path with music? I mean, you talk about going back to school and being in school and then not being in school.
Lots of school going on.
Do you want to pursue music as a full-time sort of thing, or are you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I want to go to school to do to be a music therapist.
Oh,
Is what
excellent.
I want to do right now. These guys, they want to do some touring around the city and around all of Canada, so we might be doing some of that as well.
Sweet. Well, hopefully, as soon as you guys book tour dates and stuff like that, certainly let me know, and we'll get that thrown up on the old Facebook there and try to promote you if you're moving around. So
Awesome, thanks.
what do you have for us next?
The next song is going to be called "Stay the Night."
Stay the Night by Wake Rider.
Light creeps in through your room. She looks at you, and you can just assume. And the way her hair feels, the smell of her perfume. Where will she go? No one knows. And I want to stay the night. And I want to stay the night. Have a cigarette, or maybe two. On the roof outside, no telling who. In this town we're stuck in, it'll never change. and on the roof outside still be the same. And I want to stay the night, and I want to stay the night.
Thanks, guys.
And you said that one was called Stay at Night?
Stay the Night.
Stay the Night. My apologies.
Yes,
You were originally going to play a song called Boobs at Night, and
no.
I'm actually sort of interested to know what the reasoning behind that one was. I have to know.
Boobs, man. Just boobs. Boobs at night. Adolescence, junior high, high school. It's all boobs. You know
When
what
the
I mean?
hormones are raging, and that's all you can think about at that
Pretty much.
age.
Pretty much.
We're gonna kind of take a step back because I've been asking you questions, sort of how you progressed from your first EP to your new EP to your full length. How did you get your start in music, Eric?
Wow. A long time ago, I was going to a church, Hammond's Plains Christian Church, just up the road from where we are right now in Bridgewater, and I started going to this church. I started looking at the drum set on the stage, and I was pretty interested in the drums. And so I asked the pastor that day if I could borrow the drum set, take it home, play a couple beats on it. He said, yeah, absolutely. So I took it home, started learning the drums. My parents, they're here tonight. They took me to some drum lessons, got some drum lessons. I think I'm pretty okay, pretty mediocre. And from that point on, I took some piano lessons. I just picked up a guitar. You know, every instrument's just kind of coming the way it is now. So I just play everything, and that's my passion is music. So
That's excellent. Well, it's live and well. You guys sound amazing. So thanks again for coming down this evening and sharing your music with us and the audience at home.
oh yeah, absolutely, no worries.
All right, so we're getting near the end of the show. Unfortunately, you have 2 songs left for us that you're going to play. What is the next one you're going to play for
The next one is called "Eyes Off You, Girl," and it's about seeing a girl in a bar that you are interested in, and she's running away from you.
Gotcha.
I see you across the room we're in. I watch the lights dance across your skin. I see you across and there's something else. You kiss my face, your lips feel so good. I can't keep my eyes off of you, girl. I can't keep my eyes off of you, girl. It's getting late and it's time to go. You need a ride, well hey, I'll take you home. I drive you to yours and I wanna touch. You run out the car, so girl it hurts so much. I can't keep my eyes off of you, girl. I can't keep my eyes off of you, girl. One more time, boys. I can't keep my Thank you.
And that was Eyes Off You by my guest tonight, Wake Rider. And you said, Eric, beforehand, it's about looking at a girl at the bar that you kind of like and her running away from you. I would have no experience with women running away from me. You see this big, lanky, hairy guy coming in. They just, no time for that.
That's right. That's right.
In terms of upcoming gigs, events, things like that, do you have anything on the horizon, things you'll be playing at?
We're looking at weekends right now, just because we're working a lot for the summer. But we're looking to record a new album. We've got a couple new songs that we're writing now. And we just keep pumping out these songs, so we got to keep pumping out the records. So it'll come out soon, yeah.
No time for woodshedding material. It's pretty much pen to paper to disc, eh?
That's right. That's right.
And if people want to learn more about your band, hear more of your music, where can they go to find that information?
They can check out www.wakerider.bandcamp.com.
Perfect. And do you guys have Facebook page or anything like that?
We do have a Facebook page. Honestly, we don't use it that much. We use more of our Instagram page. So you can check us out at Wake Rider and Friends on Instagram, and that's where most of our stuff is at. So
awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm going to turn things over to you for your last song of the evening. What are you going to play for us last?
This last song is called Into Your Love, and it's written for my girlfriend Jenna. And yeah, let's kick it off, guys.
Late at night, I wait for your call. 2:12, how deep did I fall into your love? How was your day? Well, it was alright. When can I see you next? Maybe this Thursday night. I cannot wait till we have our own space, when our heads can rest in the same place. On our second date we kissed like dolls. You made me feel so fresh, and I haven't seen Sarah at all. There she goes, alone in her car. She waves to me with a smile in her hand. I say, girl, you're my only love. I cannot wait till we have our own space, when our heads can rest in the same place.
Thank you, guys.
And that was Into Your Love by my guest tonight, Wake Rider, Eric, Nick, Thomas. Thank you so much for coming down and being on the show. I really appreciate it. Let's give him another round.
Thanks so much, guys.
The Conquerall Mills Music Show is hosted, produced, and mixed by Stefan Ramey, and our recording engineer this evening is Guy Doucette. To hear previous episodes of the Conquerall Mills Music Show, please visit our YouTube channel at Conquerall Music. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when new episodes have been uploaded. You have been listening to the Conquerall Mills Music Show on 88.7 Cove FM and online at covefm.com. Please keep it tuned to Cove for Time Machine with Bob McDonald at 9 p.m. Have a great evening, folks.